We're gonna play some games. Some sky shooter games, in fact. Welcome back to UPRS, the most active pop station series on YouTube, and also the most active series on my channel, both of which are not saying much, but still don't have any other funny tagline for this intro. We're filming in... Lighting might look a bit different, because we're filming in a bit of a different place. Still in my kitchen, just slightly off to the side. Somebody put a bunch of China fake buses in the middle of my filming area. I mean, who would do that? Who would unbox a bunch of China fake buses in their own, I mean, someone else's kitchen, right in the middle of their, I mean, someone else's filming area? I mean, certainly not me, you can tell because I didn't do it, right? Jokes aside, we are continuing our foray into Queentex things with their super electronic handheld game line. We're looking at, what model is this? 132? 132. Yeah, 132. With their super electronic handheld game series with this particular unit, which is Sky Shooter Games. Just not actually listed on here because they don't say it, but there's more than 9 games. I also find it interesting that German is above English on this. And I don't know if that's because they just copied it from some German thing, or if this was Focus, damn you, or if this was sold in, you know, German markets above non-German markets. You understand what the words I'm trying to say are. What I also find interesting is a lot of early China fakes, particularly Hokai stuff, don't know how to actually pronounce their name. I'm sure that's not right, but they don't tell you. It's not coherent. Not coherent way to do it. It's not coherent opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. God damn it. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong as well. Good. Fun. Point being, what was the point? Oh yes, pop stations. I was saying that, you know, Hokai stuff in particular has a German, like, recycling symbol on it. Like, it's a generic recycling symbol, but the text is in German, so I'm wondering if that was just sort of like a thing. Maybe the main market for, like, China fake stuff was Germany. Maybe a lot of China fake stuff just happened to copy from German boxes for one reason or another, and if that is, I'm curious about what reason that is. It's like the mystery of the elusive phrase, okay. We will never know, or we will likely never know, unless we get in contact with John China Fake, why that happened, and why it was just a trend, but it was, and I just thought that was interesting and worth pointing out. Anyways, Sky Shooter Games. The screw was genuinely this rusty when I got it. I don't know how that happened. I don't think any of the other screws are rusty. It's just that one. It's just the battery screw. Then again, I can't really see into most of the screw holes. They don't look particularly rusty to me, but I might just not be being able to see them. Alright, let's look at the manual, and then we can actually play the game. Pardon me, sorry, there's a crease in this. I think that's a factory crease, that is. What I was saying was, I find it interesting that all of these have vastly different manuals. And, in fact, separate manuals. As, you know, opposed to newer post-Queentex stuff with, you know... I mean, it's sort of like how around with China fakes before the early 2000s, and even into the early 2000s a little bit, it was, people were largely doing their own thing. There was no real standardization, or very little of it anyways. And then, you know, Y2K happened and everybody jumped on the China fake bandwagon, and, you know, standard phrases began emerging and everybody started organizing themselves a bit better. So I'm wondering if something similar happened. I think Queentex could just kind of do whatever the fuck they wanted because they were the only real major pop station company at the time. And then they died, and then they gave it to everybody, and then, you know, everybody else got the pop station assets, and they all had to figure it out. And they started copying each other. Also, I'd imagine Queentex stuff was generally more high quality, had a bit more of a budget. I'd imagine, you know, your average CC, you know, less of a budget going into that, so it makes more sense to just, you know, print them all on one manual and just put that manual in with everything, no matter what game it's got. I think it was probably also a matter of these have like 7 bajillion different games they can have on them. Just so many. You can, like, even just like on the box, that's like only half, not even half probably of the games. Anyways, enough procrastinating. Let's read the manual, shall we? 6 minutes and I haven't even read the manual yet. I'm just rambling about things. This is the quality you expect from UPRS, right? Instruction game manual for QGH-126, 130, 131, 132, 133. Those models correspond, you know, 126, 130, 131, and 132, and they don't list 133 on here. And I don't think I'm actually aware of there being a QGH-133. Must have been part of a different line, but also just had this game. What I am curious about is what happened between 126 and 130. Was that another line that just didn't happen to have this game? Like, why skip a bunch of consoles in the middle of a line that you're producing? I'm wondering if it wasn't, because they did, around the early 2000s, late 90s, they started to do other, like, non-console stuff as well. They made, like, virtual pets or something. I don't know, like little robot interactive dog type things. So I think perhaps it was related to that. They might have had an intermission in model numbers just to shove some dogs in there. Man, throat is not doing good today. Also, that's a great. They might have had an intermission in model numbers to shove some dogs in there. It's a great quote for an out-of-context compilation. I know I've said that about 7 bajillion times, but I don't have a large enough fan base to make an out-of-context compilation. Or for anyone to make an out-of-context compilation of me, because I feel like if you make an out-of-context compilation of yourself, then you just seem naive. But, you know, just subtly hinting at you guys. If anyone wants to go and make a compilation of me saying that Queentex might have shoved dogs in things, go right ahead. That would only consist of that one quote, probably. I don't think I've said that any other times, or at least I hope I haven't said that any other times, because that would be very weird. Right. Open the manual and I don't read it. War Beyond Sea and Sky, 05A to 10 series. I don't know what that means. This is not the name of the game. Is this an alternate name for the game? Then what does 05A to 10 series mean? I don't understand. This will forever be a mystery until somebody figures it out, right? So not really forever, more just until somebody figures it out, right? Key operation, sound. Press to switch on off the sound. Wow. Start. Press this key to start the game. Amazing. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Right. Turn on the system. The highest score and level attained will be displayed alternatively, and the system will be in standby mode. At this time, press up-down buttons to select the levels, 1 through 5 levels. Press start button to confirm the selection. I don't actually remember what game this is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess just by the title. When I was pulling it out just by the title, I assumed that it was Submarine Invasion. I think this manual is confirming my belief that this is indeed Submarine Invasion. Right. Oh. Our own weapon is a submarine with rockets. Okay, yeah. Submarine Invasion. Second line. Immediately. 5 words in. Right. That's 5 words, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 words. I knew I should have stopped to count them, because I didn't want to sound stupid. But then I feel like if I had stopped to count them, I would have seemed stupid. Oh well, guess I'm stupid now. Anyways, right, we didn't even finish reading the first bit. Press start button to confirm the selection and enter the game. If no selection is made for 10 seconds, the system will enter into demo status. Our own weapon is a submarine with rockets and torpedoes, which are for destroying the enemy's targets in the air or under the water. The game divides the double space game. There's double 2 spaces in between the and game. Don't know if that's intentional just for spacing purposes or if it's somebody hit the wrong button. I just looked up and I saw this fucking magnet on my fridge. I don't even know why I have this. Okay. Oh yes. Game divides the time barriers. The first barrier is with the enemy's planes appeared, the second barrier with battle vessels, and the third barrier with submarines. These will be the same in each level. So does this operate differently than traditional submarine invasion, or are they just phrasing it in a slightly different... Because in normal submarine invasion, if I am not mistaken, it's planes first. There's one level that's just planes, and then another level, and the third, the first round is just planes, the second round is just submarines, and then the third round is planes and submarines. So is there like a third type of vehicle that is used instead of both? I wouldn't doubt it. This is, you know, Queen Tech's version. Probably more advanced. For each barrier in 1 to 3 levels, player will pass the barrier if destroyed the enemy for more than 15 points. For 4 to 6 level, to pass the barriers with scoring more than 25 points. That's the end of the sentence. For 7 to 9 level, to pass the barriers with more than 35 points. Again, end of the sentence. In each level, we have 3 submarines. I like that the manual's like talking to you. It's like, we're in this together. We have 3 submarines. If all the 3 are destroyed, the game will be over. All 3 submarines will be compensated when passing through each level. I think what they're trying to say is that your lives will reset after each level. If all 3 submarines are preserved to next level, an extra bonus of 50 points will be rewarded. Maybe they're saying that you'll like get more points if the less lives you lose. That could also be, maybe they mean both, who knows? Our own submarine destroys the enemy's target in the upper path will score 20 points. Wait. Our own submarine destroys the enemy's target in the upper path will score 20 points. I mean, again, this is better than most Pop Station manuals, but still. If destroying those in the lower path, this will attract 10 points. It'll attract them, huh? If there is no further action after game over for 10 seconds, the system will enter into demo status of the level played. The system will be automatically shut down after 3 minutes later. After 3 minutes later. Great use of paper. There you go. So now that we know how to play the game so well, we shall embark on our sky shooting journey. I mean, to be fair, I already knew how to play this. That's why I'm the pop station guy. Wouldn't be much of the pop station guy if I didn't know how to do the pop station, now would I? On with ye. Now wait just a finger-licking second here. These instructions are for submarine invasion. This is helicopter. Excuse me? Yeah, this is submarine. Did they put the wrong game in here? Or did they just print the manual wrong? Or I don't understand. I guess we're playing helicopter then. What's good though is that helicopter always runs super fucking fast on every pop station because they didn't compensate for the clock speed of most of the non-Queen Tex units that these things end up on have faster clock speeds than the Queen Tex ones, and they don't compensate for that like they do in the other games, and so it just plays unbelievably fast and you can't beat it. So hopefully this will not have that problem. This might be a playable version of helicopter. It's not hard mode. Right, yeah, let's do it. There's a helicopter. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeah, it's actually a coherent version of helicopter. It's got that spongy-ass Queen Tex D-pad and other such spongy-ass Queen Tex buttons. So I don't think all my inputs are coming through super well, but I haven't died yet. Wow, the timing on that was impeccable. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's do it again. Good lord. The timing on that. I turned sound off instead of hitting start, didn't I? Right. Oh, it tells you. Missile and bomb. These button names, I feel like they could work with this game, but they sort of make me think that this was supposed to have submarine invasion on it. I mean, this is a shooting game that takes place in the sky. Wow, my high score is 50. Everyone give me a round of applause for scoring 50 in helicopter. Although, yes, I must say that was certainly more playable than every other version of helicopter that I think I've ever encountered ever. So, good job. You made a functional console. Join us next time on UPRS for probably a non-functional console.